What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be giving you guys a review of how to put on a Mikuni carburetor. Hold on, let me show you guys. A Mikuni carburetor in your Pentora 250cc. And yeah, so I did see a video that said that you weren't able to put it on to look stock, but I found a way to do it. This one needs a little bit of work, but I found a way to do it. Instead of having a big intake going out through here, so it could use the regular air box. So I found a way so it could do that. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it right now. So stay tuned. So first thing you guys would need is a carburetor. Here's a carburetor that I'm currently using there. But the only difference between this carburetor and that carburetor is that one is gloss black, but they're the same exact carburetor. That is one thing you would need is a carburetor. Obviously, this is a way bigger carburetor than the other one, than the stock one. But that's why you see some fitment issues and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll show you guys the other carburetor right now, so you guys can get an idea of how it looked. So there's a big difference. So yeah. So this is the other carburetor, the stock one that I was talking about. And this is good, but if you can tell, this carburetor is not the best. It struggled a little bit to turn on. And yeah, so this is a stock carburetor. I'll show you guys right now that this one runs pretty good. Look, I'm gonna turn it on. It runs pretty easily, doesn't struggle. Where's the key at? Here's the key. It doesn't struggle. No, it's pretty good. It runs pretty good. What I like about this one is that you don't struggle to turn it on. And on this one, this certain carburetor, since we have this little thing that pokes up right here, this one right here, that is it acts like the stroke. So it stays up. You pull it up, it stays up, and then when you don't want any stroke no more, or choke, my bad, you just put it down. And yeah, this one it's cool because it takes away the factor of this, you having to mess with this. So eventually I do plan on taking this off, but I just have it there for now. But I will eventually take that off because it's just a wire that's just there and I don't really need it. So yeah, I'm gonna turn it on right now. Okay, the power's on. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on right now so you guys can see that it turns on pretty easily. So mine, I don't know, for some reason, mine just goes halfways and it starts up. So all you have to do is just press this button, you know, and it starts up pretty quick. Compared to the other one, it struggled a little bit. You would have to mess with this a lot. So this really doesn't really do anything to the bicycle no more. I mean, to the quad. So yeah, it's a pretty good carburetor. I like it a lot. It gives you a lot more power when you need it. And yeah, it gives you a lot more power. So we're gonna get right into the stuff. That you need. And yeah, so you guys can get yourself running on this carburetor too, which is pretty cool. So to run this carburetor, I recommend you guys to get one of these. I got this one off Amazon. The reason I got this one off Amazon is because this one gives it more mobility for so since this is connected, so this is this right here. This is this piece right here that connects to the intake, of the head. And so what this does, since this is a little flexible, it gives it the flexibility to connect this and move it around, which that is that is needed for this bike, since it's so tight up there that there's space right here. But when you try to put it regularly with the other stock intake manifold, it doesn't really work. So you do have to, unfortunately, buy one of these, but I recommend it because it will make your life way easier to buy one of these. So that is the second thing you would need. You would need to buy one of these. And the third thing that you would need is to buy this little rubber piece. I bought this piece at one of my local hardware stores, and it's just a rubber piece. So it's just so it can make so it could fit on this one piece right here, and so it could reach to the intake to the intake thing, the intake part. So yeah, you would need that piece. So you would need a clamp right here, and one, I don't really know about right here, but usually I just put that up to the other part and it ran pretty good. If you want to put a clamp, you could put a clamp there, but the reason why I haven't put a clamp there is because I haven't found a way of how to get it without it slipping off or like squishing it all the way. But it fits pretty snug if you just put it in there pretty good. So I would get this one. This one, I believe, is a 3-inch tube, I believe. I'm not sure, but I would recommend one of those. And yeah, I recommend it. So now, to put this carburetor in, first thing you would need to do is to remove the exhaust. You would need to remove the exhaust completely from both sides, which takes a 10 millimeter right there and takes 10 millimeters right here, and it takes two 13 millimeters right there. It takes one right there and right on the other side, which is right there. So you would need to remove the whole exhaust system for this to work. You would need to shut off the fuel, which the way to shut off the fuel is to have it like this. That is the way to shut off the fuel. There's ways that you could put on reserve, but if I'm being honest, the reserve makes it the carburetor not work as best. So I usually have it like that, and that works pretty fine. So now that you've shut off the fuel, you would need to take off the other stock carburetor, which you would first need to unbolt the manifold, which is a pretty long manifold, which ends up like almost right here, and it curves in. So that you will need to remove that, and then you would remove the carburetor and then the gas. So now that you have all that removed, let's say you have everything removed, and your bike doesn't have anything here, now you can get ready to install your other carburetor. So first thing I personally did is I personally first got these ones right here. This one connected to this tube first. Then I connected the tube to right here. And then after that, I connected the carburetor to the thing right here. Since this is flexible, this piece right here is more flexible and it can move. And the only thing you would literally struggle on is trying to fit it in, but do not try to fit it in like the stock one, because it will not fit. So yeah, and obviously since this is not the original carburetor and it's a little bit bigger, it's not gonna fit like spacious, but it will fit right here. Since you can see right here, it is touching the pack right here a little bit, the wire right here, but it's okay. It didn't really damage it. I've rode in there already, and it runs just fine. It doesn't differ in any way. So yeah, that is, it just touches a little bit right here. You do have a little bit of space, so that's good. So clearance and stuff. The only thing I recommend you to do is make sure that you could hear when you press the throttle, that you could hear it like that you could hear it click back. Because if you don't hear it click back, that means that your thing is open, and when it's open, it's gonna over rev and it will not run correctly. So I do recommend you to make sure to hear that. And how do you mess with that is, once you connected the carburetor and everything to the regular needle and stuff, you will have to mess with this right here. This will pull on it. When you unscrew it, it will pull on it, which right now you can't hear anything. Look. So if you can't hear that, it's gonna do this and it's gonna over rev the engine. So that is how it's gonna sound. And so to do that, you would just need to adjust it here. Right here, you would need to adjust with that, play with it a little bit. Make sure there's a little bit of play here. And yeah, make sure there's a little bit of play there, and you could hear that. You could hear that thing. So you can hear it bottom out, and yeah, that's one thing that you would need to do. Another thing is make sure your fuel is on. Your fuel goes right there. This carburetor, I don't know, for some reason, this carburetor comes with what's it called? It comes with some of these poking out through the side right here on both sides on that Pacific carburetor. It comes with, where's it at? It comes with these poking out and these. To be honest, I don't have no use for them. It doesn't make a difference in the bike. It's just there. So it will run perfectly fine. It's on both sides. I'll show you right now. It's on both sides. So yeah, don't really worry about that. It's just there. This part right here, it's just there. And this is your idle right here. And I had to take it to a shop so they could tune it for me because I didn't know how to tune it. So if you don't know how to tune it yourself, I recommend you take it to a shop too that could tune it for you. Just saying, you might have to change the jet on the carburetor so it could run on the engine. But if it runs like that, then you don't really need to change it. So yeah, that's another thing about these. You don't have to really worry about those. Those are just there. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, please let me know down below, and I'll try to answer as best as I can. And yeah, if you guys want to see more videos on this quad and what I've done to it, let me know, and I'll give you guys a review on the quad and stuff and how I like it. And yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.